Hey, welcome, and happy Valentine's Day. The sun being in Aquarius at 26 degrees of Aquarius is trine Jupiter in Libra today, and sextile Saturn in Sagittarius, as well as Uranus and Aries within 5 degrees. So there is a lot of air and fire today, okay? Mercury is also in Aquarius, and it is trine the moon in Libra today, and sextile Venus and Mars in Aries, and then the moon is opposite Venus and Mars in Aries as well. So communication is definitely highlighted today. There is a focus on intellectual stimulation and fiery passions coming forward from this intellectual stimulation. So Mercury in Aquarius has had us conversing a lot about the future and technology and the future of humanity, and trying to figure out the world's problems possibly, and coming up with solutions to the world's problems, and just really having a good time thinking about all these different possibilities. And with its sextile Venus conjunct Mars, this is feeding a romantic passion in your relationships. So Venus conjunct Mars is almost like a new moon of romance. So it's a time where you're really in sync with both the masculine and the feminine within yourself, and therefore within partnership as well. So giving and receiving is going to flow a lot easier right now. And this whole sense of adventure is coming forward, and a sense of aliveness and excitement. And since spring is really starting to kind of come in the northern hemisphere anyway, there is that sense of new possibilities coming forward as well. The other thing with the moon in Libra, our communication when it comes to our relationships and our emotions is going to flow a lot easier, and it'll be easier to speak in a more romantic and loving way with your partner. And that detached sense of intellectual stimulation will also come forward and increase the emotional connection through that intellectual stimulation. And then the other things, of course, back to what I first was talking about with the sun trine Jupiter, this is bringing a sense of luck, especially when it comes to friendship and romance and love. This is bringing more of that camaraderie among all people, and more ability to look at a bigger picture and both sides of an issue, and more willingness to be in harmony with people, even of differing backgrounds, and more willingness to give people the benefit of the doubt. So that can be, mostly a good thing, especially in these times. Just try not to be self-sacrificing, because that can be a possibility as well. So with it sextile Saturn and Uranus, it's kind of waning now, like it's 5 degrees away from it now, so that whole supercharged, like chaotic feeling is kind of diminishing at this time. With the sextile Saturn, there is kind of this sense of commitment to your goals and to the goals for humanitarian causes. And it also could bring commitment in friendship and love as well, because of Saturn sextile Jupiter in there as well. So there is kind of a sense of a more of a solidification of your relationships and your friendships, especially during this time. So this is a great Valentine's Day astrological forecast, because there's so much indication of relationship in it, and communication, and air and fire. Air feeds the fire. So the intellectual stimulation feeds the romance. The communication is feeding the romance and the passion. And so this zest for life is really coming forward, and more of a positive outlook is coming forward. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. I appreciate it very much. Have an awesome time.